Hi, my name is Ryan Lane, and welcome to my review channel. So for today's movie, I will be reviewing Till, directed by Chinonye Chukwu, and starring Gyllenhaal and Danielle Deadwyler. So, simply put, this film tells the story of Emmett Till, a young African-American boy who, after being accused of whistling at a white woman in the Deep South in Mississippi, was lynched and killed. This film follows the efforts of his mother, Mamie Till, played by Danielle Deadwyler, as she attempts to acquire justice for her dead son, and to a somewhat lesser extent, justice for all Black Americans. So, this film is great. This film does a good job of setting up the dread from frame one as the gap between what the audience knows about the fate of Emmett Till versus what the characters know induces a lot of dread and a lot of sadness. And part of that is due to just the performances. For starters, Gyllenhaal, he plays Emmett Till, and he imbues Till with a sense of naive optimism in the face of racial discrimination and hatred. This boy, every day is a joy for him, even when he's out in the field picking cotton with his cousins that he's visiting for a vacation. The film, again, like I said, Gyllenhaal, just a great character, whether he is, singing along to a song or just, again, like I said, pretending to be a mummy out in the cotton fields. This film does a great job at conveying the sheer tragedy of the loss of such an innocent boy. And the film handles in particular the event itself where a white woman accused him of whistling at her. So this moment is a bit complicated because in recent years, the white woman who accused Emmett of whistling at her recanted her story, saying that she was pressured to lie about Emmett whistling at her after being pressured by her brothers. However, the film chooses to instead show that Emmett did whistle at her, but in a innocent, complimentary manner, not in the hypersexual, deviant way that the defense for the two murderers tries to play it off as. And also, I guess, I should also talk about the mother's performance. Mamie Till, played by Deborah Deadwyler. She is great. The film wisely chooses to hone the cinematography shots in on her. Like, every scene, her eyes convey so much pain and so much resolve to ensure that her son has justice, if not in life, then in death. And the supporting cast is also great as well. Whoopi Goldberg as Emmett Till's grandmother is particularly good. There's one sadly effective scene where she's on the bed crying over feeling guilty for suggesting that her grandson go visit cousins in Mississippi. And so that is just a really great moment that's made even more effective by the film cinematography. And I guess I should also note the cinematography itself. It is simple, subtle, and yet effective. In fact, the film's most complicated shot, I'd argue, is a dolly zoom that occurs when Emmett Till's mother finds out that Emmett Till has been lynched and killed. And what is really... the film uses a dolly zoom. However, the dolly zoom occurs in such a slow manner, slower than when most dolly zooms occur, that some people might not even notice. And I think that's kind of the best part about the film. Just simple shots, yet that effectively convey the tragedy of the matter. In fact, another great example involves the revealing of Emmett Till's corpse after it has been deformed almost beyond recognition. Like, it's a simple reveal, one take. Emmett Till's body is covered by a white cloth, and the body even then is obscured by like a metal bar. And the way the film reveals it is by simply moving the camera up. And yeah, it's just simply an effect beyond words. And the film's screenplay also does a great job at conveying just how the world of 2022 is sadly not that much different from the world of 1955 with regards to acquiring justice for people wrongly who deserve it. Like, again, at one point in the film tries to, well, in the film shows how the defense lawyer for the men who killed Emmett Till, the defense lawyer, he tries to paint Emmett Till as a poorly behaved boy and seems to implicitly imply that the boy got what was coming to him, which is just obviously wrong. And unfortunately, this is tragically not too different from today, where for George Floyd, where people tried to victim blame him rather than blaming the police officers police officer who put his knee on George Floyd's neck and the police officers who stood around and did nothing. Also, the film at one point shows how the sheriff of Money, Mississippi tried to accuse Emmett Till's mother of faking her own son's death in a desire for money. And this incident was tragically reminiscent of the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting, and how Alex Jones, the head of InfoWars, tried to paint the parents as liars about the death of their children, and he lied that the deaths of their children never in fact happened, to which Alex Jones has only just now faced punishment to the tune of nearly $1 billion that he must pay to the parents of the children who were killed during the Sandy Hook shooting. So, with all that in mind, thanks to powerful performances, simple and subtle yet effective cinematography, and a screenplay that never lets its audience forget that the world of the world that killed Emmett Till isn't that different from the world that killed George Floyd and countless other black people in today's world is still fate. Yeah. So with all that in mind, I will be giving Till 5 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. If you like this review and would like to see more like it, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below.